shop.
No.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Don't touch.
I haven't left the shop. I have left the shop. I haven't touched nothing. You're stuck.
What are you doing? Please, man, don't despair. Let's go down.
Yes,
Go down with us. Go down with us. Please, it's one to take.
London's retail sector is in freefall. December 2025, not from economic recession, not from online shopping, but from shoplifting that has reached absolutely uncontrollable levels according to major retail chains who are now publicly admitting they cannot stop the hemorrhaging of stock. Co-op lost $80 million from shoplifting in 2024 alone, up 14% from the previous year despite spending more than $200 million on prevention. Shoplifting offenses surged 20% to 516,971 cases in the year ending December 2024, the highest since police records began in March 2003. This isn't petty theft anymore. This is systematic looting of Britain's stores while retailers spend billions trying to plug the gaps and criminals operate with complete impunity. The numbers are staggering and getting worse by the month. Shoplifting across England and Wales hit 530,643 offenses for the year ending March 2025, rising 20% from 444,022 the same time last year. But here's what makes these statistics truly horrifying. Industry analysis indicates less than 3% of shop thefts are actually reported to police, meaning the real number could be astronomical. Retailers only report incidents where offenders are caught red-handed or when clear evidence exists. Everything else? They just absorb the loss and move on because calling police achieves nothing. But real quick, before we expose how deep this crisis really goes, let's be brutally honest. Corporate media won't tell you that major retail chains are on the verge of collapse because it contradicts the government's narrative about falling crime. That's why we built British Front Media to deliver unfiltered truth. Subscribe now if you want the real story on Britain's retail apocalypse. Reason number 1. Major retail chains are publicly admitting they've lost control and the losses are catastrophic. Co-op revealed it faced an average of 1,000 incidents of shoplifting, abuse, violence, or antisocial behavior each day last year, up 44% from the year before. 1,000 incidents per day. Think about that. At a single retail chain. That's not a crime problem. That's a complete breakdown of law and order affecting one company alone. Co-op stock losses from shoplifting were up more than 14% last year to 80 million, despite spending more than 200 million on prevention measures. Let that sink in. Co-op spent 200 million trying to stop theft. They still lost 80 million worth of stock, and the problem got worse, not better. The retailer revealed that leakage costs from theft and fraud rose 19% to 39.5 million in just the first half of 1 year. Co-op chief executive Matt Hood told reporters that police failed to attend 79% of incidents where a criminal had been detained in their stores during 2023. Read that again. Co-op staff caught a shoplifter, detained them, called police, and in 8 out of 10 cases, police simply didn't show up. ASDA reported that more than 1,400 incidents of assault took place against its store colleagues last year, an average of 4 assaults per day, 4 per day, at one supermarket chain. Stuart Rose, ASDA chairman, told The Telegraph that shoplifting had in effect been decriminalized given the lack of resources and action taken to curb it. Decriminalized. The chairman of one of Britain's largest supermarket chains openly stating that theft has been effectively legalized because authorities won't enforce the law. Poundland took a $40 million hit from shoplifting last year. Primark's owner revealed theft was costing the fashion chain more than its $70 million business rates bill. More than business rates. Shoplifting is now a bigger expense than government taxation for some retailers. Let that absurdity sink in. Reason number 2. Retailers are deploying dystopian technology and spending billions on security, but it's still not enough. Tesco launched a new high-tech security hub as part of a multi-million-pound investment to fight retail crime. The security team, based in Daventry, Northamptonshire, hunts criminals targeting Tesco stores following rising fears over shoplifting and violence against staff. Tesco Center analyzes thousands of hours of CCTV footage with a dedicated team operating 24 hours a day, 365 days per year. Security operators monitor specific groups of stores across the UK, sharing intelligence and collaborating with police forces. Tesco CEO Ken Murphy spoke about how crime in stores was starting to threaten staff safety, noting an uptick in verbal and physical assault by customers against workers. The company spent about $44 million over 4 years to bolster security measures. Lidl joined Tesco in installing VAR-style cameras at self-checkouts in 2 London stores to identify when items haven't been scanned. Asda and Iceland installed facial recognition across some supermarkets to tackle rising shoplifting and violence against store workers. Asda partnered with FaceTech to roll out facial recognition technology across stores in Ashton, Chatterton, Eastlands, Harper Hay, and Trafford Park. The supermarket chain received more than 5,000 complaints regarding the technology. Co-op is using artificial intelligence to detect offenders carrying concealed weapons or stolen goods. The technology can also detect physical assaults on staff and notify a central monitoring station operated by Mighty to request support. Co-op spent $18 million in the first half of 1 year alone on measures to protect staff, including rolling out body-worn cameras and fortified kiosks. Poundland reported an 11% fall in incidents of violence against staff after giving body cameras to workers. Currys is rolling out its largest ever annual investment in store safety measures, upgrading public display monitors, enhancing product security, and increasing spending on security personnel and surveillance. All of this technology, all of this spending, and shoplifting is still soaring. Because the fundamental problem isn't lack of detection, it's lack of consequences. Reason number 3. Organized crime gangs are systematically targeting stores, while police response remains pathetically inadequate. The British Retail Consortium warns organized crime is a particular concern, with gangs systematically hitting stores one after another all over the country. Retailers reported 20.4 million shoplifting incidents in 2024, which cost businesses $2 billion. 20 million incidents. That's over 2,000 incidents reported per day just from police-reported offenses. Kovac Security Director Bryn Taylor explains, even people you would once have described as opportunistic shoplifters now have some level of infrastructure around them. They're not just stealing for themselves. They meet up with others, they move stock on quickly, and they work together. It's far more organized than people realize when they see a single incident in isolation. Professor Emmeline Taylor of the University of London explained this tsunami of retail crime is fueled by criminologists identifying growing evidence of organized crime groups viewing shoplifting as a low-risk, high-reward venture. Low risk because police don't respond. High reward because stolen goods move quickly through established fencing networks. Figures from Sky News found fewer than 1 in 4 shoplifting incidents were attended to by police officers in 2023. 1 in 4. That means 75% of reported incidents get no police response whatsoever. When incidents are reported, only 16.7% lead to prosecution. The British Independent Retailers Association believes the true scale of retail crime is far greater than official figures suggest, with repeat offenders accounting for nearly 70% of incidents. And criminals know this. Kovac director Bryn Taylor told reporters, "We've genuinely seen shoplifters say things like, 'I'll take a sandwich, and if anyone approaches me, I'll take more. But as long as you let me take my sandwich, I'm gonna leave you alone.' That level of confidence tells you everything. They know the system, they know the thresholds, and they know exactly how far they can push without expecting any real response." Reason number 4. Violence against retail workers has exploded, and shoplifting is the trigger. According to the British Retail Consortium Crime Survey 2025, retailers now experience more than 2,000 incidents of violence or abuse every single day, with weapon-related incidents up 180% year-on-year. The total cost to the industry, including crime prevention, has risen to $4.2 billion annually. A survey of independent retailers revealed that 83% say theft has worsened over the past year, with physical abuse incidents nearly doubling. The British Independent Retailers Association's crime survey shows the vast majority of crimes now go unreported. 91% of physical abuse incidents and 47% of thefts, because retailers have lost faith in police response. Kovac Security Managing Director Diane Johnson describes a clear shift in offender behavior. What we are seeing now is that people simply aren't afraid anymore. Situations escalate incredibly quickly, far quicker than they ever used to. Knives are being produced much earlier in incidents, and aggression comes to the surface almost immediately, largely because offenders know there is unlikely to be a police response. Theft is a major trigger for violence and abuse against staff. Incidents of violence and abuse have risen to over 2,000 per day. These incidents aren't restricted to those working in stores. New figures from Ustad revealed that more than 3/4 of delivery drivers have been victims of abuse and over 1 in 10 have been assaulted over the last 12 months. Reason number 5, the public is witnessing this crime epidemic unfold right in front of them and losing faith in retail security. The British Retail Consortium found that over 16 million customers have witnessed shoplifting across the UK in the last 12 months. Nottingham and London were the 2 cities where incidents were witnessed by the highest percentage of shoppers, ranking at 32% and 29% respectively. Across the UK overall, 24% of shoppers have witnessed an incident of shoplifting over the past year. The survey also found that 23% of customers witnessed an incident of physical or verbal abuse of shop staff over the past year. This percentage rose to 30% and 29% in London and Nottingham respectively. Nearly 1 in 3 Londoners has personally witnessed staff being abused in the last year. This isn't hidden crime happening in back alleys. This is brazen criminality unfolding in front of families doing their weekly shopping. The Association of Convenience Stores found there were over 6.2 million incidents of theft recorded by convenience retailers alone over the last year, demonstrating a significant gap between what's happening on the ground and what's being recorded by police forces. ACS Chief Executive James Lohman stated, "Tackling theft remains the top priority issue for the convenience sector." Reason number 6, retailers are being forced into unprecedented collaborations with police just to survive. The situation has become so dire that major retailers including John Lewis, Co-op, Tesco, and Sainsbury's are participating in Project Pegasus, where police officers scan through CCTV camera images of shoplifters while using facial recognition software to help identify offenders. Operation Pegasus, launched in October 2023, has resulted in 148 arrests from 37 operations, 313 offenders identified, and 8 million financial impact of offending disrupted. The initiative involves 13 major retailers contributing over $840,000 in funding plus $30,000 government contribution. Think about what this represents. Private companies are literally funding police operations because the government won't provide adequate resources. Katie Bourne, the Police and Crime Commissioner for Sussex, called Project Pegasus a game changer because, for the first time ever, policing will get a complete picture across the country of where these gangs are hitting different areas. For the first time ever, after decades of shoplifting, it took retailers funding their own police operations to finally get coordinated intelligence sharing. This is the state of law enforcement in Britain in 2025. So here's where we stand as 2025 ends. Major retail chains are publicly admitting shoplifting has hit uncontrollable levels. Co-op lost $80 million despite spending $200 million on prevention. Shoplifting hit record highs of over 530,000 reported incidents. Retailers deployed dystopian surveillance technology costing billions. Organized crime gangs operate with impunity, knowing police won't respond. Violence against retail workers exploded to over 2,000 incidents daily. 16 million shoppers personally witnessed theft in the last year, and retailers are now funding their own police operations just to survive. The British Retail Consortium's Lucy Wing warned, "Retail theft is a major issue for retailers, costing over $2.2 billion a year. While ONS figures do not reveal the true scale of the issue as it only tracks reported incidents, it chimes with our own statistics which show shoplifting soaring in recent years." The government's response? The Crime and Policing Bill 2025 will remove the $200 threshold for low-level theft and introduce a standalone offense for assaulting retail workers. Incremental legislative changes that do nothing to address the fundamental problem. Criminals face no meaningful consequences. London's retail crisis isn't deepening. It has already collapsed. Stores are being systematically looted. Workers are being assaulted daily. Billions are being stolen, while billions more are wasted on security that can't stop the tide. And major chains are warning that without drastic intervention, the retail sector faces total collapse. The criminals are winning. The retailers are hemorrhaging. And British shoppers are paying the price through higher costs while watching law and order disintegrate before their eyes.